Hearing this news, it does make me really happy because it gives hope to all those people who have been on the sidelines for the past few years just because of their faith.
The Supreme Court of Canada has agreed to hear a legal challenge to Quebec's secularism law, Bill 21. The top court announced Thursday morning it granted leave to appeal to several groups that oppose the law, which prohibits some public sector workers in positions of authority, including teachers and police officers, from wearing religious symbols on the job. Bill 21 was passed in 2019 by the Quebec government, which preemptively invoked the notwithstanding clause to shield the legislation from court challenges over fundamental rights violations.
The day that it was passed was the day that I graduated. So in the morning I was celebrating, and when I came home I heard the news.
Amrit Kaur is one of those affected by Bill 21. She's a teacher that wears her turban at all times, and because of that, she left Quebec and moved to BC.
When you grow up in a community, you want to contribute to it. I unfortunately couldn't, just because of the way I look and my faith.
Fatima Ahmed understands. She's a qualified teacher, but because she wears a niqab, she hasn't worked in a classroom. She teaches online despite moving to Ontario, where the law no longer impacts her.
Since I grew up in Montreal, I was looking forward to teach in Montreal. However, I really feel bad for the next generation. There's many students that come to me and tell me, oh, I want to be a teacher, but I don't know if I can do that anymore because they wear the hijab.
Quebec's Court of Appeal upheld the law and overturned an exemption for English schools in February 2024. That was appealed by the National Council for Canadian Muslims, the Canadian Civil Liberties Association, and the English Montreal School Board.
Today, we're here to say that we are ready to vigorously defend the rights and freedoms of everyone who has been harmed and impacted by Bill 21.
The federal Liberal government had said it would intervene in a Supreme Court challenge.
It is the responsibility of any Canadian Prime Minister to do everything they can to prevent people from being able to take away unilaterally the rights and freedoms of Canadians.
In a joint statement, Quebec Justice Minister Simon Jolin Barrette and the minister responsible for secularism, Jean-François Roberge, acknowledged the decision and said an intervention by the federal government would not only be a lack of respect, but an attack on the autonomy of the provinces. They added, one thing is certain, the Quebec government will fight to the end to defend the State Secularism Act. Quebecers have chosen secularism, a collective and legitimate choice that represents the culmination of decades of debate.
Quebec is my home. It's given me so much. It's my turn to give back as well, too.
In Montreal, Alyssia Rubertucci, City News.